Alright, welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm not sure how many people are here yet. I don't see anybody in the chat, but basically we're getting ready to run the Oreilly series, formerly Xfinity series at Chicagoland. And this is the open setup race. It's going to be 90 laps, and we're going to expect a pit stop about sometime after 45 laps, about 45 or 50, somewhere in there, depending on what the cautions do and what the tire wear looks like. So in the meantime, we're just waiting for everything to get loaded up. And it looks like we're going to be the number 12 car. There was like about 70 some people that were registered for this race as we were waiting to get ready to go. And we were about 38th fastest out of 75 cars that were in the practice lobby. Well, let's go out and try to take a lap or two around here. At least until they tell us it's time to qualify. Which we won't be out here for very long, I don't think. Says we got about 30 seconds left of this qualifier or this practice session. And that's the end of it. Practice session is warm-up session's over with, so and of course we're not going to qualify. We are the number 12 car from the looks of it. Hiya, Chloe. How you doing today? We're getting ready to do this thing. Just waiting for them to get done with qualifying. And then we'll be ready to go out and rock and roll for 90 laps. My strategy is going to be go out and run 45 laps at least before we do our first pit stop, depending on what the cautions do. And then we'll kind of let it go from there. I'm doing pretty good. Just waiting to get started here. Oh, while we're waiting, we'll just let it cycle through the... we'll just let it run this little warm-up session while we wait for qualifying to get done. That way, at least there's something to watch on the screen other than just an empty racetrack. It looks like our strength of field for this thing is going to be about 1,018 for the strength of field. The highest I rating in here is a 1224 and the lowest one's an 867. And we got safety ratings from 373 all the way to my 499. So we got about a minute left to go before they call us up to grid. That's about where I'm at with my iRating. My iRating, I think, is about 1,000. So if you and I are to hop into the same, try to race in the same deal, we'd probably end up in the same split, most likely, depending on where the chips fall. All right, we got about 25 seconds. If I hurry, I can get a quick drink of something before I get out here to run. All right. All right. We're being called up to grid, so let's go out and get gridded up. Turn on our Delta. Pit clear.
Not going to have enough fuel. Close right now. The estimated strength of field is 1,017.
Good afternoon and good luck, drivers.
Let's just make sure we're on our game.
In practice, when I was testing the other night, this thing was quite a bit loose. I had to go through and tighten it up quite a bit because it was on the verge of spinning out coming through the corners. It was too loose. But I think we got it dialed in now. It feels pretty good, and the tire wear it looks pretty good. We'll have to wait and see what the tires look like on our first long run stop. And we just got to wait for race control to goof around for the next 50 seconds. go do this thing. Come on.
We're on. One to go.
I gotta move this over.
Line up behind the 5. Line up behind the 6. Looks like you'll be lining up behind the 4.
103-degree track temperature.
Looks like you'll be lining up behind the 4.
So it's a kind of hot track, but not too bad.
I want to get warmed up. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing here. Listen, too wide. Get up there, guys. Single file. Come on.
Holy shit, tighten it off.
What the fuck?
Well, there's going to be a fucking wreck at the start if they're doing this shit.
But that's a big thing. No solid thing. Good luck. Need to turn down. Be ready.
Okay, the guy like,
One outside. One outside. Still outside. Figure it out. Outside. Working outside. Clear high.
All right. Everybody survived turn 1. That's always a good sign. Yeah, that guy's gonna wreck.
God damn it, mother.
Gotta lose. That's on me. I got loose. God damn it.
Fucking timer.
Yeah, I love iRacing sometimes.
You're going to be lining up behind the 19.
Yeah, it was my fault, and I apologize, guys. I'm out of the seat.
Hey, Tim. We moved up in the field.
You're going to be lining up behind the 17. Road is open.
All right, let's go hide on pit road till they get all the idiots behind us, hopefully. So we can start toward the back, so we can stay at the back on the restart and not get caught up in those kind of deals. You can also find out where a pit stall actually is.
Here we go. Right away. 5 away.
And there we are.
Turn in. Right here. Go ahead, go.
All right. Yeah, that was a pretty big one. You kind of seen it coming before it happened. There's that one guy got up there and he hit the apron and then bounced it off the wall, and then I don't know what happened after they got up front. Unfortunately, I don't got enough time to do the replay because the pace car is going to hit turn 3 here in just a couple of seconds. I've got a track map on my second monitor, which you can't see in the stream, unfortunately. But that's how I know where the pace car is when I'm sitting here waiting. All right, it's time to go. All my kill.
I think we should be behind at 19. One to go. According to my sheet, you should be on the vehicle side. It looks like you should be lining up behind the 18.
Alright, where's the field? They're up there a ways, so the trick is to come up on them as quickly as you can, but not actually hit them when you catch up to them. Alrighty, where are they? There they are. They want us on the inside line. We have nobody behind us. That's exactly what I want to see. That way I ain't got some yo-yo ramming me in the ass coming into the corner when I back off for the corner. Because these guys don't know what the hell brakes are sometimes.
Girl, keep your eyes open. I want to bring this thing home on the record. Joe. Let's be behind 18. Face starts off. Ready? Ready? Green, green, green.
Alright, let's get settled in here and stick to our game plan. We'll just let the 21 go on ahead and go. It's too early to race yet. We've got a long ways to go. $35.96. That's about where I want to be lap time wise. That's right in with our target. That might be a little faster than we should be driving it, but 32.73, that might be a little too quick. We'll see what our next lap looks like, and we'll determine whether we need to back it off a little bit. $32.83. Biggest thing with these races is you got to pace yourself. You don't want to run flat-footed and go as fast as possible every lap. You won't have any tires left if you do that. Oh, she got tight in the corner. Damage report. Damage report.
It looks like it's okay. Doesn't look bad.
I was going to say I couldn't hear him.
32.828.
All right.
Leaders are running 31.957. .618. Well, that was a great lap, bud. Keep it up.
All right.
Moron.
Oh, must be a caution coming
32.7.
before too long. When
The
you
fucking backup we had busted my radiator.
Yeah, that voice chat can be a real good indicator of when a caution's going to be coming out.
.752.
All right. 15 laps in, we're sitting 19th position.
Next round, front end pit.
That's kind of early.
32.94. The next car behind you is pitted.
They must have damage or something. This is way too early to be pitting. Well, that should get me at least 2 spots right there.
.95. .119.
I don't remember where I started, but we're up to 18th at this point.
Guys are running 32.485.
Now, can I do this without wrecking? I can't get to the controls. There they are.
34.
Start recording.
6.
Oh, that's scary, trying to fucking play with OBS while I'm trying to drive. I had to turn my recording on so I can record this thing so I can go back and get my data. I forgot to start the recording when I started the race.
.35.
All right. Our pit window opens up in about 25 laps.
33.482.
R6, I know where to go, man.
Thirty-three point six zero eight.
I'm overdriving it just a little bit.
Thirty-three point five seven three. Now bounce back, man. Keep it up. The gap is 3.7.
Well, it looks like these guys have decided to behave themselves. We haven't had any caution for at least a few laps.
Fast guys are running 32.819.
But that's perfectly okay with me. I don't want a caution right yet.
Thirty-three point eight nine seven. Car Xfinity behind us.
We're up to 17th position.
Thirty-three point seven three nine. Thirty-three point nine nine three.
Those guys look like they must have come off pit road.
Thirty-four point zero seven five. Thirty-four point two one seven.
So far, so good. the leaders sound like they're running about 35-second laps. So I'm about a second quicker than they are.
34.335.
They look like they're running about 33 fours.
So that's the leaders behind you. Outside. Clear high. Outside. Outside is clear.
Those guys are burning their fucking shit up. They're driving way too hard too early.
Give that rhythm again, bud. Give that rhythm. The gap is 9.3. 35.552. Alright, and you've just hit it. Inside, inside. Inside's clear.
That red car burnt his shit up. He's out of tires already. And we're still about 10 laps out from scheduled pit stops. At least for me, anyway. I'd like to try to get to about lap 50 if I can.
34.381. Don't beat on that right front too much.
All right, I just hit 50% front on, or 50% wear on my right front tire. So I was actually overdriving it way too much. I've got my right front tire burned off.
34.777. Fast guys are running 33.315. Next car in front of you is pit. Run strong behind you. The interval is 3.8. Clear low. Fueling up now. She can get us to the finish. Couple up in front of you.
All right.
35.1.
We're in 11th position after 38 laps.
Run your line, buddy. You're doing a good job, man. You're catching them in front of you now. The gap is 9.7. All right, and you just hit it. Inside. Clear inside.
He's on fresh tires.
34.821. The next car behind you just hit it. Do a good job. Hold your own. a pit in front of you. 34.615. Outside. Clear outside if you want it. Smooth, brother. Get that rhythm in. The interval is 5. Inside. Clear. Well, how many flappers, girl? Roger. 35.656.
That looks almost like an old Buddy Baker paint scheme up in front of us. From back in the day, years and years and years ago. All right, we're 4 laps out from our next stop.
Fast running 33.648.
Pit 4 full. Oh, we needed that.
Like somebody was keying up on your radio just a few minutes ago.
That was perfect timing for that caution.
The road is
Because we were 4 laps out from pitting.
Alright, you're going to have to come around this man's car. Looks like you should be lining up behind this 21.
Pit adjustments. Loosen this up just a tick here.
Pit road is open.
Show lap timing. That's the first time I've ever tried to play with that, so let's see if I went the right way or if I fucked it up even more. Because we were a little tight.
Let's go.
That should loosen me up a little bit. Alright, coming to pit road.
Nine. Got the lucky dog. We're going to have a lap car coming outside. Make sure we keep that pit road speed and busting a bunch up. 10 away now. 5 away. That's your mark now. Turn in. Come on. Stop on the side.
Show tire info. Yep, 36.55, so we were burning that right front up pretty good. My goal is to try to keep that right front above 50% if I can during the course of a green flag run. Show lap timing.
Alright, we need to be behind the 16. Alright, looks like you're going to be lining up behind the 14.
And got myself a speeding penalty. Kind of on purpose, because I want to make sure I don't start with anybody behind me.
I think we should be behind the 6. Flat 9. Alright, so we're going to drop to the inside, fall back. Prop, want to go? You will be in the bottom this time. We'll be coming through halfway next time by.
All right.
Looks like you should be lining up behind this 5. Looks to be behind this 5. Alright, so we're going to have to come around the 9. Get that thing filled up again. Get ready to rock and roll, man. Looks like you should be lining up behind the 5. Alright, looks like you're going to be lining up behind the 2. Bottom man. Space guys off, be ready. Green. 4.5, 8, 2, outside. Still there, man, outside. Clear, clear. Working the top. Still out there. Clear. Gosh, man, I'll be...
Boy, that didn't take long. Another one out.
This road is closed. Alright, we need to be behind the 23.
There's a car sitting on the apron on the backstretch.
You're behind the 23.
All I know is it wasn't me that brought it out.
Thank you, blinking.
Line up behind the 23. The road's open.
All right, let's get on pit road. Let these fuckers behind me get ahead of me. And hope some yo-yo don't take me out trying to get himself on pit road.
Alright, so we're going to have to come around the Pilota. Here we go, fellas. Head away. 5 away. Yeah, you are marked. Now, there's turn in plenty of room. What? Nice and easy here? Go, 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 go.
All right. We got a little bit of yet before we have to worry about pace car. He's just in this about the middle of the backstretch now. When he gets to turn 3, I'll nail it. Okay, there he's on. He's at the entrance to turn 3. So let's go out and get out of here.
Come line up behind the 23.
All right, our next pit stop. We shouldn't need one.
Coming around at 8.
We should be good to make it to the end now.
We're on one. Let's go. I think you're on the inside. Should be behind the 23. Come line up behind the 10.
All right.
Make sure you got all your stuff where you need them, but you're ready to go. Base cars off, be ready. Green, green, green. On the way, Earl. Stand right next to him, bud. All right, go it twice. Fast guys are running 24.2.
I couldn't pass those guys on the inside. That's a black flag if I do that.
074.
So I backed off it to keep him from hitting or getting in trouble. That adjustment did help. It does feel a little better. It's not quite as tight in the center of the corner as it was.
36.936.
We'll see at the tire wear looks like when we get to the end of the race. Or the next caution. And see if the tire or if the chassis adjustment that we just made actually did what we wanted it to do.
Working on the bottom. P1 is the fastest car on the racetrack. 31.53, 32.482. Damn dog, that was a good lap right there.
Yeah, it's not as tight as it was. I can actually get it to stick in the corner better. It'll actually turn now.
Inside.
Yeah, where before I would have been smacking the wall doing that. Okay, now I figured out how that chassis adjustment, that spring offset adjustment works. It did exactly what I thought it was going to do. So that's good to know going forward in case I do kind of get off a little bit on the setup and don't quite exactly have it right.
6, 8, 9. Smooth road. Get that rhythm in. The interval is 5.9.
So basically what I did during that adjustment is I went up a quarter of an inch on that right rear spring perch, which puts more weight over that right rear tire, which loosens the car up, which makes it want to rotate and turn better. It also takes weight off the right front tire. I wish I'd have known about that trick during yesterday's A-car race for the next gen car, because I would have made that adjustment same adjustment yesterday in the Cup Series race, because that car was real tight. It didn't want to turn in the center of the corner at all, just like this one was at the start. But this thing's actually driving pretty damn good now. I'm real happy with the way it's driving. And I can drive it harder than I was at the start of the race. Now I just gotta make sure I don't overdrive the damn thing and burn that right front off of it.
32.84.
I might be close enough to catch that kid's draft up there. Maybe. Don't lose it. Hang on to it, dude.
Leaders are running 32.266.
Leaders are just a tickle faster than I am. About half a second, maybe. Or a third of a second quicker. But we know they're pushing their shit pretty hard, though.
33.459.
Come on, turn, you fucker. It's still a little tight. I might be able to go a little bit more on that right rear spring. If we get another caution, I will go up another click on that right rear offset. But I might have overdrove that corner too. It's hard to tell.
447.
Damage report.
Everything's looking perfectly fine.
Good to know. All right, we're 63 laps into the event. We've had, I believe, 2 cautions, and we are running 13th position. Yeah, the thing could definitely probably go another click on that right rear spring offset. But nothing I can do about it right now. I'll have to wait till we get a caution, and then we'll make that adjustment and maybe throw a set of tires on it if we get another yellow.
Fast guy's running 32.949. .927.
She's close, but not quite where I want it to be yet. I would like it to stick a little bit better on that right front. can get that right rear to drive me more around the corner than it is. Drop that brake bias just a little bit too. I had a little bit too much front brake bias. Also, knowing which tire the weight of the car is going onto and what tire is doing what around the racetrack is very beneficial to driving. Like right now, going into the corner, I'm turning with the left front tire. I get to about here and we switch over to the right front tire. Then once we get to about here, we're on the right rear tire. And then once we come off, we're on the right left rear tire. That's what's happening with your tires as you go around the racetrack. So left front, right rear. And then once you get out of the corner, you're back on the left rear. Left front to right rear, and left rear by the time you come off the corner. That's how your tires come around the racetrack.
34.852.
And if you run a long enough run, you can actually see that in your tire wear if your car is set up properly. And if you're as long as you're not over driving it.
You know he's gonna roll in hot on you.
I got the leader coming up behind me.
Car behind you is 34.376. Nice and smooth. Just take it easy on that right front.
Yep, the right front's gone. I ain't got enough cross weight. I took too much cross weight out when I fixed this thing the other night.
Inside.
Oh, Jesus Christ, people.
One outside. Clear.
That was stupid.
Yellow. So what you got going on out there, bud? The road is closed.
Thank you.
Behind
Thank
three.
you.
Man, I love that car. Sorry, 3.
I had fun until
You're gonna be coming around at 9.
I got pinched between those two cars and nothing I could do. Show pit adjustments.
Did you take a lot of damage with that?
Pit road will be open.
Show lap timing. Pit 4 full. So we got a 4X out of that.
I mean, catch up to the fucking pace car? Holy shit. Or probably not.
Here we go, fellas. Turn away. 5 away. That's your mark now. Turn in, turn in, turn in, turn in. Leading on me.
Show a little tire info. 49.70. So our tires are looking a little better since we made that adjustment. This should put us about on par with where we need to be. Show lap timing.
Go Mingo, go Mingo, hard, hard, hard. Good road speed.
Let these guys go. I don't want to get caught in another mess. So.
Alright, buddy, we only got one more set of tires left that we can use. Cover around it, 18. Alright, so we're going to have to come around the gate. Come around 18. Alright, looks like we're going to be lining up behind the 11. Remember the flat line. And the longer line. Alright, looks like we're going to be lining up behind the 18. One to go.
All
On
right.
the inside, it looks like.
Jesus Christ, 8. We're 17th. All right. We are sitting 13th. I gotta let the 18 by. The hell is the 18?
Go line up behind the 5. We're going to restart behind the 5. I think we should be behind the 18. Go belt to tug. Get the tires cleaned off real well. The pace car is off. Be ready. I'll be looking up in front of you now. Green flag. Leaders are running 21.271 outside, still outside, door quarter clear, 19.048.
All right. Let's try to hold it together for the last 10 laps, 20 laps, 11 laps, whatever the hell we're on now. We're in 14th position. Considering we just about got clobbered for that last caution, we're 14th is still pretty good. We got a 4X out of it though, which just sucks. But
35.642.
okay, this is feeling better now. Damage report.
Ooh, not close.
Damage report.
Come on, you can do it. The gap is 2.7.
Damage report.
I'm looking at it on TV. There's nothing wrong with that thing. Nothing.
I didn't take any damage in that mess. I don't know how, but I managed to come out of it unscathed, other than a 4X.
2.442. That looks good, bro. Keep it up.
We'll have to go back and look at the replay of that afterwards.
You gotta get through the traffic, bro.
I think that was probably about lap 70 something. We'll have to find it when the race is over.
32.41. Doing a good job. Doing a good job.
But what happened in that is somebody didn't have enough patience and tried to make too big of a jump and tried to pass at the wrong time. Unfortunately, I got sucked into one of them. Or they hit me, one or the other.
31.363, 32.5.
We'll look at the replay and find out exactly what happened.
Guys are running 31.615.
All right, got about 7 to go.
32.611.
All right, drive the shit out of it now. Catch it, grab as much as we can. I don't know if we'll get.
Your lap down, and we're fucking fighting the race. Get the fuck away. Don't be a dick.
32.665.
Yeah, we're 4 seconds behind the next place car. I don't know if we'll catch him or not. We lost about a second and a half to him. Second and a quarter, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if we'll catch him in time. Or if we'll catch him at all.
32.8.
No, because he's pulling away from us. He's got more speed than we do. Nothing I can do with him.
White flag.
All right.
32.849.
That was close.
Lap race. So it's up.
All right, that's the end of it. 14th
Good
position
racing. That was fun.
with a 4X.
That was perfect.
Check your flag.
Thanks, guys.
Let's get back to the pits, see what our tire wear looks like, see how everything turned out, and then record our data.
What the hell is that for, Steve?
That's smart. Give yourself an X before you, right at the end of the race, after the race is over. That makes no damn sense.
Quick up, guys. 10 away.
All right, we'll just stop. All right.
I mean, you're a lap down, dude. We're fighting to just back up.
All right, 87.91.
It'd be one thing if he was like.
So
if
it's
it was
still a
middle of the
little
race,
tight.
kinda get a track
We could
position back,
probably
but
go up a
it's
little bit
like
more
last
on
year,
that
last
if
year.
we were to
There's gonna be
race
nothing
again.
like that
So
from you.
let's
And
go
that
ahead
was
and
my point. It's
close
like,
this out.
5 laps to go. You know we're fighting it out. Just back off. Let us fight. And stay on.
Hopefully this thing don't crash when I close, because I've had trouble with iRacing blue screening when I close it out sometimes. We lost 11 I rating. Lost no safety rating. And we finished 14th position, 2 laps down. So that wasn't too bad of a race considering we got about killed. I might buy all 3 brands of car to see which one I like best. But after a little bit of advice for you, Chloe. When you're buying your cars, the brand of the car doesn't really matter too much. It's more the series than the car, because other than looks, the cars are identical. Just to let you know. That's why your setups from your setup shops, it doesn't matter what brand of car you have, your setups will work on all the cars from a setup shop. But at any rate, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump over here and I'm going to stop my recording. We'll pull up my setup notes. Xfinity, Chicagoland, setup notes. Close that. We finished 14th. Where did we start? Looks like we started 19th. And we finished, I believe it was 2 laps down. Where the hell did I go? Yeah, we finished 2 laps down, so we turned 88 laps. And now we just got to go through here and do our tire information. Got to clear that out because that was from the a different deal. So I'm going to pull up the race itself. I forgot to look at the replay of the wreck, but I'll be able to see kind of some of it during the thing here. So I just got to get to my videos and start it. I'll turn my voice off so that it ain't.
OBS while I kind of drive. I had to turn my recording on so I can.
All right, that way we ain't got the noise going on. And we'll go up to the first yellow, or our first pit stop, which would be, was scheduled at lap 45, and we got just shy of 45. All right, there it is. So I need to pause that, get the data. So the fastest lap time was a 32.619. Last lap was a 32.619. Actually, it was a 34.876. All right. And let's get down to pit road and see what our tire wear was. This is where we made our spring adjustment. Hurry him up a little bit here so we ain't waiting forever for it to get in there. All right, 36.55. Go back out, we'll get the lap times for the at least a couple laps after it goes back green. And we never stayed green long enough to do anything, so get to the green. And we'll watch our fastest lap time and see if it's faster than 32. Let's see what our fastest lap time is here once we get back to the line. Hurry him up along here just a little bit. Now we should be coming along here. 32,667. And bumper forward and see what the next lap is. $32,792, which was slower than our last lap. $32,883, slower. $32,841, which is slower. $33,276. So those are all slower than our recorded lap time. So what we're going to do now is we're going to advance up to the next stop, which would be the next caution. And that's where we had our wreck. Let's see what happened in that thing. They were coming up behind me. Coming up behind me in the mirror here. Unfortunately, I don't have the replay. I didn't save the replay of this, so this is the only thing we got to see what caused the wreck. Alright, there he's coming on the inside. The other one's up on the outside. That's where we got in trouble, is they tried to split me. And that didn't work. And the one clobbered me and spun himself into the wall. That was a stupid move. If the one would have backed off and let the 9 get around me first and then passed me after the 9 got around me, it'd have been fine. But in that situation, there was really nothing I could do. Alright, let's see what the second tire stop was. As soon as we get to pit road here, we'll scoot him along a little faster. Alright. 49.70. And that's going to be our last stop of the run. So let's go out and see what our lap times were once we go green. And they're green, so we have to watch for our lap times. And that lap was a 35,643. And scoot along so we get a little closer to the end here. 32,442, that was faster. 32,442. And we're coming up to start finish line. 32,410, that was even faster yet. Coming. 32,522, that was slower. 32,611, that was slower. 32,666 was slower. We should come back to the start finish line here in just a second. $32,665. So that looks like we've hit about the fastest laps we're going to get out of this run. So let's go to the end of the race. Our final lap was a 33,083. And then we'll get into the pit road, see what our tire wear looked like. 87.91. So that takes care of our race for the Xfinity car. And the next race that we'll run will be the Craftsman Trucks at Lime Rock Park on next Friday. We'll probably run that one, probably depending on what time they start the race. We'll have to find out. I'll have to find out later for sure. But it'll probably be. We can look real quick while we're still here in iRacing is what time the truck races usually start. So we'll go to the trucks. Looks like they start on the odd hour at 45 after the hour. So it'll probably be Friday at 11:45 in the morning for the Craftsman Trucks at Lime Rock Park. The next Xfinity race that we'll run will be, where the hell is it? Even hours. So that one will probably be starting at either noon or 1. And where are we next week? Next week we are at Atlanta 2022, which is a super speedway, a version of Atlanta. It's not the old Atlanta. That will be our next track. And that will be next Saturday at probably about noon or 1 o'clock. If they hold the schedule the way they do. Our next Cup Series race now, yesterday we ran that one. We started that one, I believe, at 11:30 because it runs odd hours. That one will be Sunday at 11. Next Sunday at 11:30, and will also probably be at the same track. Let's see exactly where we're at for next week. All right, where is my desktop? Desktop setups. Cup Series, A-Class, 2026, Season 2. And it'll be Echo Park, Atlanta, which will be the super speedway version. So Xfinity and Cup Series are running the same track next week. So that's kind of what we got coming up for the next races. And hopefully we'll see you all there. Oh, don't worry, Chloe, you'll get there. Just be patient. Just keep doing your ARCA and learn as much as you can as you work your way up to C-Class. You'll get there. I've got faith in you. Just keep the faith. You'll make it. Now, this is a trick I highly suggest doing. What I do here is I go through and I make a folder on my desktop. I'll get this thing out of the way here. I'll have a folder that I keep on my desktop that I call setups. I also have one for my paints called my paint shop. So in the paint shop, I have all of the cars that I run with a link to each spot where iRacing stores those files. So exactly, this is the truck folder, which is right here. And it has all the truck paints that everybody has ever run with me on the racetrack at the same time. And it'll usually have mine in here too somewhere, but I must have wiped it out because I go through there and clean this folder out every so often, just so I ain't getting a whole bunch of paint schemes in there from races and shit. So basically, that's the paint shop for the trucks. And then I also keep my actual templates for the actual paints themselves for Photoshop, where I actually make the paints. And then there's my truck paint, which will pull up in Photoshop, just to kind of show you what that paint looks like. It looks a lot like the Xfinity car does. So that's my truck paint. And we'll go back to my desktop, go back to my setups folder, and I'll show you how I do my setups. So I have a folder for the C trucks for the current season, which will be 2026, and that's the main season that runs from February to November, or whenever the real world season ends. And I open that folder up, and you'll see I have a folder for every race that will run this season. And inside that folder, I have an actual setup file, one for the qualifying, one for the actual race, and then I have my setup notes, these are the setup notes, and you've seen those before. Alrighty, Chloe, we'll see you tomorrow in Emily's stream. Thanks for joining me today. But yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea for you to do if you get it to C class and decide to run open, is make a folder for each season and a folder for each track that you're going to run in that class. And that's where you can store all your setups, all of your notes, and everything that you're doing that relates to that race. So that if you ever have to go back and look at stuff, and if you've ever noticed when I'm in the Emily stream and I give her advice on stuff and I pull up information, and I pull information from my notes and I tell her like what to set her steering offset to, how far she can get on a set of tires or a set of fuel. All that information I have documented, so if I ever need it, or if someone else could use it and I could help somebody with it, I've got that information available. That's why I record all that stuff, because the more you record, the more you're going to learn. But anyway, we'll see you tomorrow in the stream. Have a good night, Emily, or Chloe. We'll see you next time. And I gotta figure out how to shut this damn thing off now. There we go.